Whoa there, Space Cowboy. Brokeback Bebop is a podcast with explicit content intended only for mature bounty hunters. Listener discretion is advised. Listen to all 40 steamy sessions of the show right now by supporting Brokeback Bebop at patreon.com/can'tdisappointpodcast.
I think it's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay.
3, 2, 1. Let's jam in live action!
Calm down. Oh my god, why are you screaming at me?
Hey, I'm not screaming. You think that's screaming?
Hello everybody out there in the cosmos, welcome back to a little taste of Brokeback Bebop. I am Zach.
And I'm Steven.
We hope you've been enjoying the free release of Brokeback Bebop. It's been a lot of fun to revisit Cowboy Bebop together. You might think, many would rightfully think, that now that we've done 2 seasons covering all 26 episodes of Cowboy Bebop and the Smash Blues bonus episode, that's not till season 3, buddy.
Sorry.
That's how season 3 starts.
Oh, shit.
It doesn't matter.
God damn it!
You would imagine that now that we've done every episode of Cowboy Bebop, that there's nothing else to do, that the show's over. But we're going to milk it as long as we possibly can. That's right. There are no more episodes of Cowboy Bebop, but there's a full season left of Brokeback Bebop.
But how, Zach?
We recorded. Steven, are you with us? Hey, we recorded it. We recorded 13 more episodes of Brokeback Bebop. They're done. They've been done for a while.
But if we've recorded and talked about all the episodes of Cowboy Bebop,
come back to me. Let me get
how
the smelling
could there
salts out.
possibly be more to talk about?
Yes. Well, some people might not know this because it's not streaming anywhere, but there's a Cowboy Bebop animated film from the early 2000s that takes place during the original storyline, during the original run of the show with the original voice actors and all that. We're going to do 2 full podcasts as our season premiere to talk about that full-length movie. And if you don't have a way to watch Cowboy Bebop the movie, or as it's also known, Cowboy Bebop Knockin' at Heaven's Door, this is your way to learn all the juicy details and what we thought about it. And then it's been off the air for a while. It got canceled a while ago, so maybe you've had the pleasure of forgetting that it existed. But we are going to talk about all 10 episodes of the live-action American Netflix Cowboy Bebop show. And that's okay. No, don't turn off the podcast. Keep us on because we have as much fun, if not more fun, than we did talking about the original show, talking about the live action. And whether you've watched the live action or not, you will not regret joining us for the final season as we talk about the live action Cowboy Bebop. So, 13 new episodes of Brokeback Bebop, the final season, ... Or is it?
Bum, bum, bum.
When does it kick off, Steven? When will the people be graced with our anime-loving voices in their ears?
Make sure you set your phasers to come.
There you go.
And join us Thursday, December 14th.
You mean like come along and join us, right?
Sure.
Again, I've stepped all over your reveal. Tell us again.
Zach, you can't help yourself.
I just can't shut up. I just can't shut up.
Thursday, December 14th. Come strap on your... I almost said... strap on your cowboy hats. I was going to say strap on the bombs to your chest.
Whoa.
So,
Hey. Well, I mean, we do talk about 9/11 a lot on this podcast.
Exactly.
It was topical at the time.
It was topical. But strap on whatever you want to strap on and come join us because it's going to be a really fun time talking about a really, really, really good movie that has some really great animation and some of the best hand-to-hand and hand-to-gun fight choreography that exists. Mm-hmm.
So join us as that kicks off on Thursday, December 14th, as we begin the 13-episode weekly final season of Brokeback Bebop. And if you're interested, patreon.com/can'tdisappointpodcast. Of course, as you hear the sexy, overcompensating anime voice say at the beginning and end of every episode of Brokeback Bebop, including this one, Patreon.com/Can't Disappoint Podcast. You can listen to all 40 unedited episodes of Brokeback Bebop. They're a little spicier. They're a little
Uncut,
looser.
raw,
All 40 episodes, whether you've listened to the free
dirty.
versions or not, it's worth signing up for the Patreon and giving them a checkout. Across the series, I'm sure there's at least like an hour and a half of additional content across the episodes. So check that out on Patreon, as well as checking out the complete final season of Brokeback Bebop right now, unedited on Patreon. Patreon.com/Can't Disappoint Podcast, along with The Basement, our That 70s Show rewatch podcast, and early access of everything we do weekly here at Can't Disappoint Podcasts. Well, before we get out of here, jump back into the time knife, Steven, why don't you tell the folks, because we recorded Brokeback Bebop about a year ago, a little bit less than a year ago, what's going on for you in the anime world circa November 2023?
Well, since finishing Brokeback Bebop, I've watched a lot of anime, but one that has kind of taken over my life is One Piece. I really enjoyed the live action, and, you know, it kind of coincided with me starting the anime, and I'm almost 500 episodes in, almost to the time skip. Really enjoying it. I'm in Marineford right now, which is probably going to end up being my favorite arc. I've given every episode a 5 out of 5 so far, and there's only a few left, so I wouldn't be surprised if that arc gets a perfect 10 out of 10 for me. Jujutsu Kaisen's been hitting. Dr. Stone's been hitting. New season of Spy Family's out. It's been okay so far, but, you know,
I gotta stick with One Piece. Live action versus live action. What's the better show?
One Piece is...
Not even
One
close.
Piece was done by people who had seen the anime.
Are you... how are you feeling about the live action Avatar? Did you watch the trailer? Do you feel
I
like
watched
it
the
has
trailer.
potential?
I think it has potential. I think they made some good choices casting-wise. It seems like
Danny Pudi of Community.
they have a fuck ton more budget and attention to detail and care in this one. I have high hopes. I think that if this doesn't work, we got to put Avatar to bed for a while. It's an amazing
Tell James
cartoon.
Cameron to go back underwater for a few
Exactly.
years. We don't need
And
any
then
more
bring it back
Avatars.
out.
The last thing I want to ask you, and if you want to mention
Also,
other shows, you
live
can.
action trailer for Yu Yu Hakusho that is Japan produced.
Whoa. Didn't even know that was happening.
Yeah, we'll see on that one.
Is it a movie
Yu Yu
or a
Hakusho, I hold
Is it a show?
very, very high. It is. Spirit Gun, they have really cool clothes.
No, the live action one. Is it going to be a show or a movie?
Show.
Okay.
On Netflix, yeah.
An anime that I will be tuning into that comes out pretty soon. What about the Scott Pilgrim Takes Off anime? Have you been watching any of the promotional
trailers
stuff
look
for
good.
that?
They've got
It's
a lot
done
of great
by
voice cast.
Japanese studios. I think
Yeah.
other than the voice cast, it's a traditional anime production.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I think Scott Pilgrim provides a really cool medium to deliver that story through, like, with anime. I think it's going to be awesome. I'm excited to talk about it.
I think it's going to be good. I would even maybe do like a one-off Patreon podcast just to react to the season once it comes out. What I'm most concerned about is just getting a slight variation on a story I already know.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's got all the same voice cast, which is great, but I hope they use that to their advantage to create some new
To do
content.
new stuff, exactly.
It'll be interesting to see what they do. One thing that I've loved from the promotional stuff is that in the film, Ramona Flowers worked for Amazon.ca.
Yeah.
And in the anime, she delivers DVDs for Netflix.
That's really
which
cool.
I think is cute and clever. Any other shows you want to mention before we hop out of here?
The Boy and the Heron is coming out soon. It was supposed to be Hayao
I believe it's already out.
Miyazaki's. Oh, that's nice. I don't know what time it is.
Yeah.
Was supposed to be Hayao Miyazaki's last film, but I think he enjoyed making this one so much that he's decided to keep making movies.
He'll just
which
die
is great
eventually.
for the
I
world.
hope he gets to make a few more
Exactly.
movies.
Yeah. So excited to see that. I will probably watch it. Most Ghibli movies I watch in English and in Japanese because I always get a pretty star-studded English voice cast and usually a pretty decent Japanese one too. So that'll be one that I watch in both languages if it's good enough. So I'm excited to see that.
Loose segue, and then I'll get out of here. Other than
Get outta
the season of Brokeback Bebop, coming up on this feed, you'll be able to listen to our 4 options that we're going to let our listeners vote between for our next rewatch podcast once we finish The Good Place in 2024. There are ones that will be interesting to the Brokeback Bebop crowd, and you'll be able to listen to them on this feed, so keep your eyes open. The first of those 4 will be out before Season 3 begins next month. But that's all the shilling we've got to do. It's been fun to drop in. Thank you for listening and supporting Brokeback Bebop. From inside, we don't do that here, from inside, Stephen Baker. I'm Zach.
I'm Steven.
Black Lives Matter. We will see you next time.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Hey, 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 yeah. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
Thanks for listening. Support this show and our podcast network at patreon.com/can'tdisappointpodcast, where starting at $5 a month, you can get immediate access to all 40 outrageous sessions of Brokeback Bebop. See you next time, Space Cowboy.
Live up!